What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Razer Viper. I'm going to be doing the unboxing, and then I'm going to give you my own real-life experience that I've had with this mouse. And if at any point during the video you guys want to check out this exact same gaming mouse, I'll have Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. But let's get into that unboxing. If you do want to skip it, here's the timestamp. All right, guys, unboxing the Razer Viper. Pretty cool box with the Razer logo on there, kind of on the side. Looks pretty epic. Let's get this thing open. You get their manual, some stickers, and then the mouse itself. And there it is. What a good looking mouse. Wow. They give you this really nice rubber kind of wrap for it. Really nice, with a nice little dark cap for your USB, which is actually green, which we love that. We got the Razer logo right there, but pretty light cable, which I really like. Not quite as light as some others that I've used, but still pretty light. Now, this is a lightweight mouse. This is not just a normal mouse. This is definitely a lightweight mouse, although it doesn't have the honeycomb design, which is what a ton of people are doing, a ton of companies are doing in this kind of field. But Razer decided not to do that. You look at this thing, you think, oh my gosh, it's just a normal mouse. This thing is light. Now, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, this is definitely a light cable. You probably won't have a problem with it. However, I've used other mice that do have a lighter cable, but it's not a huge deal. However, I will tell you, the clicks on this are quite good, especially in this price point, probably the best in the price point. The actual feeling of the clicks is far beyond what Logitech and what HyperX and other companies are doing at this price point, which is really good. But now let's get to the full review. Take it away, Future Consumer Tech Review. All right, and we are back. Let's jump right into the first pro, which has gotta be the lightweight mouse. This is a lightweight mouse, a legitimate lightweight mouse without having that honeycomb design. Now, a lot of manufacturers are doing that honeycomb design to cut down on weight. However, Razer figured out how not to do the honeycomb design while making it still a lightweight mouse, and a very lightweight mouse at that, sitting at 69 grams. So if you guys like a more traditional look and feel to your mouse, this Razer is gonna give it to you while also being a lightweight mouse. So that is a huge pro, probably one of the biggest ones. Now the next pro is the switches. This is actually using optical switches that are rated for 70 million clicks, so that's great. But these optical switches are so clicky, crisp, and tactile. They're just so good. And this is kind of where Razer is going above the competition, especially at this price point. They've beaten all of them with the crispness of these optical switches, which they're supposed to have fast response time, but in reality, that's not really gonna change a whole lot. However, they're incredibly crisp and very satisfying to click. And then the next pro is the ultralight cable that this thing has. Now, if you do get it in a wireless, obviously you're not gonna have the cable. However, this is an ultralight cable, which means you're not actually gonna feel it pulling a lot. Now, I will say, this is quite good, especially in the class. However, something I never thought I would say, but the company Red Dragon has an ultralight mouse, which is quite a bit cheaper than this. Their cable is better than Razer's, like 100%, hands down. They have the best ultralight cable I've ever used, which is something I never thought I would say because we're comparing Razer to Red Dragon, which is just crazy, but their cable is better. So it's not that this cable is bad, it's just that theirs is just better. However, it is still a pretty good ultralight cable. It never pulls the mouse and you don't feel it tugging. It's very nice. Now the next pro is great if you guys use your left hand. This is an ambidextrous mouse, and as well as that, the HyperX Pulsefire Surge was an ambidextrous mouse, but it only had the programmable buttons on the one side for people that use right hands. However, this one has programmable buttons on both sides, so you don't lose that if you actually use your left hand. So you get programmable buttons on both sides, so 2 on one side and 2 on the other, which is just absolutely fantastic. Now the next pro is something that you would expect. The software that you use to customize this mouse is Razer Synapse, and I have had some bad experiences with Razer Synapse in the past, but that's been with my Razer laptop. We don't even need to talk about my laptop because that's a whole thing. I'm coming out with another video on that soon, but the peripherals are only good things for me. So I think the real big problem is their laptops, but they seem to be doing a really good job with the peripherals, and it's really easy to change things and customize things. And overall, it works really great with the peripherals. Through this, you can change DPI and color and settings and everything you basically want to change through Razer Synapse, and it's very pretty, it's responsive, it works well. Then the next pro is the scroll wheel is very heavy, like definitely the heaviest scroll wheel I've ever used. It's interesting how heavy it is. It's very tactile and it's very heavy. Because of that, it's extremely accurate because it takes a lot to get over that tactile hump. However, if you are scrolling through a ton of pages through like Amazon or something, your finger's gonna get a little bit tired, which is not the best. However, if you're gaming with this thing, or if you're editing with this thing, it's gonna be extremely precise. So kind of depends on what you're using it for and what you're gonna be using most of it for and how you play games. So it could be a pro for you, it could be a con, but I think it's pretty good because this is about gaming. So the preciseness is there with this super heavy scroll wheel. Now the next and last pro is the RGB. This obviously has just the Razer logo and that's it. It's very clean looking, it's nice looking. However, it's just the logo that can be customized all through Razer Synapse through static colors and breathing and whatever you want on it. However, let's get into the cons. And the first con is there's not very much RGB on this, which you might say, oh, this price point, it doesn't really fit. But that's not true because HyperX has done a ton of RGB on their mouse and it's in the same price range and very similar mouse. Now it's not a lightweight mouse, but it's still quite a good mouse. So why doesn't this have more RGB? I would like to see more. I'm big on customizing the lighting to fit my setups and this one doesn't have a whole lot of customizability to it. And you might say the Logitech G502 doesn't have a lot of RGB on it. However, that one has an epic design that is really, really nice to look at. And this one, while it looks sleek and cool, is fairly basic looking with just a little bit of RGB. And while the HyperX is very cool to look at, but that's cool to look at because of the RGB design, that adds character, and the G502 adds character. This one just doesn't stand out to me, and I wish they either had a very out there design or very out there RGB so you can customize it to what you want. And yes, that is nitpicky, but that's my job. And the last con is I like ultraweight mice, but I would prefer it just a little bit heavier. But guys, if you are looking for a fantastic mouse that's super ultra light and still has that normal kind of looking design, not normal, but a clean looking design without the honeycomb shell on it, and you do like Razer, because let's be honest, a lot of you guys are just gonna love Razer and wanna get this. This is an absolutely fantastic mouse for only like $40. There's Amazon links below if you guys do wanna go pick this thing up. But if you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy gaming tech reviews and tech reviews in general, I do a ton of those, so please consider subscribing. And if you wanna be entered in the giveaway we did on the last video, go check the last video out here and enter in the giveaway. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys later.